Haile Selassie I, born Tafari Makonnen Woldemikael on July 23, 1892, died August 27, 1975, was the Emperor of Ethiopia from 1930 to 1974. He is one of the most significant figures in Ethiopian history and a prominent international leader of the 20th century. His reign was marked by efforts to modernize Ethiopia and his role in international affairs, particularly in African unity. Early life and rise to power, birth and family background. Haile Selassie was born in the village of Ejersa Goro, Harar province. He was the son of Ras Makonnen Woldemikael Gudessa, a governor of Harar, and a cousin of Emperor Menelik II. His lineage traced back to the Solomonic Dynasty, which claimed descent from the biblical King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. Titles and early career. Initially known as Lij Tafari Makonnen, he was appointed governor, Dejazmach, of Sidamo province in 1907 and later of Harar in 1910. In 1916, following the deposition of Emperor Iyasu V, Tafari was named Ras, a title equivalent to duke, and became the heir apparent and regent to Empress Zewditu. Coronation as emperor. After Empress Zewditu's death in 1930, Tafari Makonnen was crowned Emperor Haile Selassie I. His coronation was a grand event attended by international dignitaries, symbolizing Ethiopia's emergence on the world stage. Reign and modernization efforts, constitutional reforms. In 1931, Haile Selassie introduced Ethiopia's first written constitution, aiming to centralize power and modernize the administrative structure. A revised constitution in 1955 expanded upon these efforts but maintained significant imperial authority. Education and infrastructure. He promoted education by establishing schools and scholarships for study abroad. Infrastructure projects included the development of roads, bridges, and the introduction of modern communications. Abolition of slavery. Haile Selassie took measures to abolish slavery in Ethiopia, a significant step in aligning the nation with international norms and improving its global standing. International affairs and World War II, Italian invasion and exile. In 1935, Mussolini's Italy invaded Ethiopia. Haile Selassie led the resistance but was forced into exile in 1936. He made a historic appeal to the League of Nations, condemning the invasion and advocating for collective security, restoration to the throne. With the assistance of British forces during World War II, Haile Selassie was restored to the throne in 1941 after Italy's defeat in East Africa. Founding of the United Nations and the OAU, a proponent of collective security and international cooperation, he was a founding member of the United Nations. In 1963, he played a pivotal role in establishing the Organization of African Unity, OAU, predecessor to the African Union, promoting decolonization and unity among African nations. Later years and overthrow. Economic challenges and criticism. Despite modernization efforts, Ethiopia faced significant economic challenges, including famine and poverty. Criticism grew over the slow pace of reform, land ownership issues, and autocratic rule. 1973 famine. A severe famine in the Wollo province, which was inadequately addressed by the government, intensified public discontent. Deposition by the Derg. In 1974, a Marxist-Leninist military junta known as the Derg seized power. Haile Selassie was deposed and kept under house arrest. The monarchy was abolished, and Ethiopia was declared a socialist state. Death. Haile Selassie died on August 27, 1975, under disputed circumstances. Official reports stated natural causes, but there are allegations that he was assassinated by the Derg regime. Legacy. Rastafarian movement. Haile Selassie is revered in the Rastafarian movement as a messianic figure. The term Ras Tafari combines his pre-regnal title, Ras, meaning head or duke, and his given name, Tafari. His coronation was seen by followers as the fulfillment of a prophecy, and he is considered by them to be the returned Messiah of the Bible. Human rights advocacy. His speeches and writings emphasized unity, equality, and human rights. His address to the League of Nations in 1936 and his advocacy for African independence have been influential. Cultural impact. Haile Selassie's life and reign have been the subject of numerous books, songs, and artworks. He remains a symbol of Ethiopian sovereignty and African independence. Notable titles and honors. Official titles. His full title was His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Conquering Lion of the Tribe of Judah, Elect of God, international recognition. Haile Selassie received numerous international honors and awards reflecting his status as a global statesman. Conclusion: Emperor Haile Selassie I was a complex and influential leader whose efforts to modernize Ethiopia and promote African unity left a lasting legacy. While his reign faced challenges and controversies, his impact on Ethiopia and the broader African continent remains significant. His life continues to be studied and commemorated for its historical importance and cultural influence. Please share, like and subscribe Oran Z.